is Bianca, your friendly neighborhood apartment locator. Or I should say, the way I open my videos on YouTube, it's Bianca of BiancaRoberts.com. I always crack myself up. So, anyway, I'm going to get right into it. Over the last 2 days, I have talked to so many real estate agents. And so, hey, Brandy, I did not mean to drop drop a bomb in one of these real estate groups that I am a member of. But what I did was I shared a screenshot of my CRM, or my customer relationship manager. For you all who are not real estate agents, this conversation that I'm about to have might just bore you to death. But I also want to tell you, I know it's a lag time, but I see you say, hey girl. But I also want to explain to you, because all the inbox messages that I received, all of the, I think it's 75 messages later, people keep asking me the same thing. What the hell do you mean? How did you get, for the last 30 days, how did you get 67 leads? And so I'm going to tell you that, but I'm going to start with this nugget. I'm going to put my attraction marketing guide in the comments below for anyone who watches this later. If you are watching it later, go ahead and put in the comments replay, so I know that you're watching the replay. But 124 people paid me in 2022 to consult with them about their move. I'm going to say that again. 124 people paid me to consult with them about their move. While most real estate agents are paying for leads, I have 124 leads who paid me to be a lead. If you don't understand anything else that I say after that, or you don't listen to anything else, you should be blown away by the fact that I have not paid people to give me leads. Leads are paying to talk to me, and they still are this year. I upped my fee a little bit. Last year I was charging $25. This year I'm charging $40. So how the hell do I have the audacity to ask people to pay me up front to be a lead? And I explained this in detail in my attraction marketing guide. I talk about my philosophy, but I don't even believe I put in the guide that people pay me to be a lead. Most people should be shocked by that. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. So I am obsessed with mid-century modern architecture. Hey, T-Banks, I am obsessed. And if you don't know what mid-century modern architecture is, or furniture, and you're in real estate, shame on you. But anybody who's not in the industry, that might be like, what the hell is mid-century modern? Google it, look it up. But I'm not new to mid-century modern architecture. I fell in love with mid-century modern architecture in 2001. It is 2023. I have books on mid-century modern architecture that I have purchased. I'm old school. I like flip through books. I love this particular type of architecture. So in 2021, I decided that I was going to market that on the internet, because I decided to reactivate my inactive real estate license. And the reason my license was inactive is because in the state of Texas, when you work for a builder, and at the time I was working for a builder, typically they're going to ask you up front, are you a licensed agent? If you tell them you're a licensed agent, then they're going to say, okay, well, I need you to inactivate your license, and then you can sell homes for us. So in 2021, I was inactive as a real estate agent. So I said, I'm going to go back to selling homes again on the real estate side, not on the builder side. And so my bright idea was, go ahead and start marketing what you love, which is mid-century modern architecture. So me and my man went to this lady's open house, and it was a beautiful mid-century modern home. And I was like, come on, let's go, because I love mid-century modern. I'm a geek for this, okay? So I go into the open house, I look around and all that. Hey, Brandon. And I'm like, I love her listing. So I go up to her and I asked her, I said, well, is mid-century modern, is that your specialty? And she says, oh, no, that's not my specialty. I would starve if I only specialized in mid-century modern homes. And I was like, okay. The reason why I replied in my head, like, okay, and I just walked off, hi, Shannon, is because there is a guy right here in my area. He has built his entire career only marketing mid-century modern homes. The reason I know this, again, is because I'm a stan for mid-century modern homes. I saw this guy in about 2001, I think. I sent him this goofy, long email about how I am so like enamored with him because he markets mid-century modern homes. Not only has this guy built his entire career on one type of architecture in one neighborhood, he succeeded in getting that neighborhood listed on the historic registry. That neighborhood has been listed in a magazine that I'm not sure still comes out, but I used to subscribe to a magazine called Dwell Magazine. They were focused on all modern homes, whether it was mid-century modern or not. But anyway, he got that neighborhood listed in the magazine. He got it, put it on the historic registry. When you look up mid-century modern homes in this one neighborhood, you're only going to typically find that guy's name and his signs and listings everywhere. I literally stalk this he's older now. I say older guy, but I stalk him because I love mid-century modern homes. And that is just one example of someone specializing in something specific. Now, when I tell people that I had 124 people pay me to be a lead last year, it's the same principle. But I have abandoned mid-century modern because this particular niche that was introduced to me made me realize that I did not have to work as hard or hustle as hard as someone who just does regular listings and they help buyers and all that. So what I'm getting at is basically I took a specialization that I was in love with when I decided to reactivate my license, and I began marketing that on my YouTube channel. And I started getting people saying, hey, when your license is active again, hit me up. I want you to help me find a mid-century modern home that I would love in your area. So I already knew that I was building that audience before my license was ever active again because I was pre-marketing to people to let them know Bianca is going back to real estate, right? But then this niche got dumped in my lap called apartment locating. And I went over to this guy's office. I talked to him about how apartment locating worked. And once I found out how that worked, I was like, well, I'm going to abandon the mid-century modern thing. And maybe one day I'll go back to it. So I tell you this story because it leads me to how in the heck did I get all of these people to become leads for me? It's because I specialize in something specific. And it sounds so easy. You're like, specialize in something specific. 95% of people in real estate refuse to declare a specialty in anything because in their mind, they're thinking, well, I'm going to miss out on any leads. So I just told you this story about this guy who I've been a stand for forever. He has not listed only mid-century modern homes. I've seen others of his listings, but the reason why he's listed other homes is because people obviously see his signs up everywhere and they're like, hey, would you list my house? He has listed mid-century modern homes that are outside of the neighborhood that he's in. That is a byproduct because he planted his flag in one specific spot. People started asking him, hey, I see your name here, you're this and that and the other, would you go ahead and list my house? The same thing has happened to me with apartment locating. I planted my flag in something specific called apartment locating. I have told people on numerous times that I only help people with renting apartments. But because I branded myself in one specific area, they've also asked me, well, will you help me buy a house? And it is up to me to tell them, sure, I'll help you buy a house, or no, I won't. I've had people contact me here recently. I had two people who asked me if I would list homes for them, and I told them no. Most real estate agents would gasp, like, what the hell? You're turning down listings. The thing that I'm trying to convey to the real estate community, and the thing that I am going to keep preaching and preaching, and if you search my name in any real estate community, some of the big ones out there on the internet, just type in Bianca Roberts. You'll see that I've been telling people via my typing for 2 years about what I'm sharing with you on live right here. What a lot of people think is, well, if I specialize in something, then nobody's going to want to contact me for any other leads. And it's literally the reverse effect of that. Because when you are online, there are billions of people out there, right? Nobody is going to find the generalist. All real estate agents want to be the generalist. They always say when you get online, if you know anybody who wants to buy, sell, or list, please tell them to contact me. It literally is duplicated in every city, in every state. Every real estate does that. The agent does that. The longer you stay a generalist, the longer you're going to struggle. Specialists get paid more than generalists. I had to have surgery last month. I needed to go see someone who is an oncologist because in the beginning they were thinking it could potentially be cancer. So I had to go see a specialist that specializes in that. That specialist gets paid more than a general doctor. If I needed to get my heart worked on, I'm going to go see a cardiologist. I'm not going to see a general practitioner. Once the real estate community gets this into their brain and they kind of understand it, the world is your oyster. That is why I was able to get 124 people last year to pay me to be a lead. I'm going to keep singing this to the rooftops because when more people understand what I'm trying to help them accomplish and teach, they'll be like, oh, I get it now. So to answer, how do I get 50 to 100 leads a month? I specialize in one audience only. If a lead comes to me that I want that is not in my ideal audience, I will turn it away. I'll be like, no. I've had multiple people ask me, hey, Miss Bianca, will you help me buy a house? And I've told them, probably when you're ready to buy a home. No, I won't help you, but I will refer you to one of my real estate friends. That posture, that ability to do that, most real estate agents don't have because they're not bombarded with business. The reason they're not bombarded with business is because they're functioning as a generalist. I'll give you multiple examples. You could be someone who says, I help the 55 and up community. Now, some people would be like, wait, that you can't say age and blah, blah, blah. That's a protected class. That's BS. There are communities that are set up for 55 and up people. If you just said tomorrow, I can help you get into an apartment that's for a 55 and up community, you best believe there's going to be a heck of a lot of people that are going to raise their hand and say, oh yeah, I need that. One of my students who has taken my course called Locator Boss, I'm going to plug that as well. She told me, okay, I'm going to do some of the stuff you're telling me to do. I'm going to go online. I'm going to promote myself. And I told her in advance, based upon who you are, I would say that I help seniors. I would help 55 and up people get into apartments. She did not do what I told her to do, but she did promote her business. She got online and said, hey, I can help people get into apartments. The very first message that somebody inboxed her asked her, can you help me get into a 55 and up apartment? Even though she didn't say that, and that's what I told her to say. She didn't say that. Somebody messaged her and said, can you help me with 55 and up communities? So then she runs to my inbox and tells me, I said, marketed my business like you said, but somebody asked me, if I could help them with the 55 and up community. I was like, I know, because I know who you are. It's logical that someone is going to ask you if you know about the senior apartments. What I am telling you is not something that is like just my own individual idea. I joined a marketing community 3 years ago now. And when I joined that marketing community, they were teaching some of these principles, but they were talking to people who had network marketing businesses. And I felt out of place. I was like, I don't have a network marketing business. I mean, I get what they're talking about. They're talking about branding, how you segment yourself in the market. They teach all of marketing. But one of the coaches, I'm going to have to shout him out. Hey, Colin, if you're watching this on a replay, Colin told me one day, Coach Colin, he said, why don't you talk to real estate agents? Because that's the industry that you came from. I know we talk about network marketing in this community, but you don't even have a network marketing company. You don't have any product that you're trying to sell that's network marketing. Why don't you just talk to real estate agents? So it was like ding, 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 because what they were teaching was just marketing. Marketing can be laid on top of any business. So as soon as Coach Colin told me that you need to be focusing on helping real estate agents and the real estate community, I just took the principles that they took and literally sandwiched it on top of real estate. The reason why my business exploded immediately is because I took the principles that they teach. So they teach not to be a generalist. They teach don't be preaching about your product online. And for real estate agents, our product, or what we think is our product, is the physical real estate. So the homes that we are supposed to be selling, the apartments that we're supposed to be showing, because I can go on and on about this part. I love this. So when you think about the product, again, 95% of real estate agents are pushing the product. Where I'm not pushing a product, I'm pushing me as the solution to someone's problems. That's vastly different than always posting up pictures or interiors of apartments or interiors of homes. All real estate agents think, look at the low E glass and look at the carpet and the this and that and the other, and you're pushing the product. Hi, Larry George. And so once I got the concept of what this marketing community was teaching me, it was like, boom, I'm no longer pushing the product. I'm pushing me as the solution. So to put that more into perspective, I do post properties, but I do not post them as much as other people. This is my formula. I think it should be really like 80% is non-properties and 20% properties. Again, a lot of real estate agents will be like, oh, that's BS. I'm not supposed to post pictures of properties. The reason that is not effective, the reason why you may not get any inquiries for doing stuff like that, is because consumers at this point in time in 2023, they can go and pull up apartments, they can go pull up properties, they can pull up all that stuff themselves. They can see square footage, how much it is, the location, the zip code, the schools. Back in the day, that information used to have to be filtered through a real estate agent. They used to mail phone book sized books to real estate offices from all over the country. They used to mail that stuff, put it in the mail, and it would be a phone book that you'd have to flip through to see what listings were available in your area. And you might be looking at me and being like, there's no way you know that because you're not old enough. Yes, I am 21. I told you I've been licensed almost 19 years, and you're like, how in the hell do you know this stuff if you're only 21? So we're going to stick with I'm 21. But the reason I know that is because one of my older offices told me what it used to be like back in the day. They were reminiscing about how it used to be back in the day. But even 19 years ago, Facebook wasn't online yet, or Facebook wasn't available to the general population. So a lot of people forget how fast things have changed. And in the real estate world, I feel like most of us are way behind the times. We're still telling people stupid stuff like go knock on doors for listings. Why in the hell do you need to go knock on a door for a listing when everybody is online? Threads just came out. What did they say? It's crossed 100 million people in 7 days. And people are still out here telling real estate agents to go knock on doors for listings. I don't care who you are. You can comment in the thing below and tell me, knocking on doors works for me. Well, go ahead, boo. Keep knocking on doors. But the people are online. So when you factor in billions of people and you got your tiny little megaphone and you're saying if anybody wants to buy, sell, or lease, you're going to get lost in the sauce. Nobody is going to see you. Hey, Kanita, nobody is going to see you. The same thing with cold calling. I just talked to a guy the other day. I've been having a lot of one-on-one conversations with people. By the way, if y'all do want to have a one-on-one with me, I'll put my calendar link below this as well. I do like a 30-minute free chat with anybody. But anyway, I talked to this guy the other day. He just got started in real estate, and he said the first company that he signed on with told him to do cold calling. And his friend was at the company, and he went to his friend and he was like, am I supposed to be doing cold calling? Is this how real estate is? And the guy just told him, don't ask no questions, just keep doing cold calling. And he contacted me. I get on the call with him and we're chatting on Zoom, and he said, I watched one of your YouTube videos and I realized you know what you're talking about, and these other jokers, that's what he said. He said we can just keep all the leads because they don't know what they're doing. And I said, I get it because you came from another industry. So basically he was imparting to me how foolish he thinks cold calling is. And I said, I agree. I think cold calling is foolish as well. But what a lot of people don't realize is when you're being taught lead generation, you will be taught lead generation by people that are in my age range or older. And those people built their businesses doing some of that stuff because social media didn't exist. That's again something that I want people to realize. If someone is telling you to go and knock on doors or cold call, it's probably because that's the way they built their business 25 years ago. But 25 years ago, Facebook wasn't even an option. There was no AI. So I get so fired up and pumped about this stuff because I see new real estate agents moaning and crying in these real estate groups because people are telling them to do crazy stuff. One of the ladies in one of the real estate groups that I am a member of, she got a gun pulled on her for door knocking. Thankfully, she is still alive. She tried to laugh it off, but she shared that in the group. I was horrified when I read that in the group. I'm like, why are people telling you to do this? Your leads, your people are online. You may hate social media, but honey, if you're going to stay in real estate and you're watching this, you are not going to make it long term in this business if you don't know how to generate your own leads. When I started this live, I said I had 124 people last year pay me a consultation fee to talk to me. There is no way in hell that would be able to be done if I was knocking on people's doors saying, I'd like to talk to you about real estate. Would you pay me some money to talk to me about real estate? The power that we have with social media is amazing. There's so many people that are still behind the times. There's so many people that are like, well, I'm not sure I really like social media. Well, keep on being not sure about social media when other people are building multi-million dollar empires just being themselves and selling their knowledge. I am one of those people. I am in the creator economy. I am selling my knowledge. I have 2 courses right now that's available for purchase because I cannot impart everything that's in my 19 years of experience to people with a 45-minute live. But the reason why I can't shut up about this and the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because the new ones are the ones that I'd love to get my hands on. I'm not saying I can't help anybody who's been licensed for years, but those of you who are old school, who are old heads is what I call it, have been licensed for years and you feel like maybe this my time is done, I'm sick of this industry, it's probably because social media is overwhelming you and you shouldn't. You should think of it as an opportunity. So to sum up some of what I said here, not only do I not pay for leads, not only do I not give post ads, not only do I not do marketplace, I simply post on social media to a targeted group that I want to work with. If you are in real estate, hey Brandy, hey Kevin, and you think that you don't have the ability or you're not allowed to pick your audience, it's such BS. You could go out tomorrow and say, you know what? I would like to be the waterfront specialist in my area. If that's it, you might like fishing and you love being on boats and whatnot. Go out there and say, I'm the island specialist. You have the opportunity because of social media to declare the audience that you want to work with, whether that's first time home buyers, whether you want to be the land specialist, maybe you want to be the 55 and up community specialist, maybe you only want to sell, I don't know, commercial daycares. You can be the commercial daycare specialist. Once you get into the habit of knowing, design the life that you want. You may hate listings. I had somebody in one of my groups, my free Facebook group. She told me, between me and you, I hate listings. So I'm like, well, if you hate listings, then don't market for listings. Again, most people feel like I'm so desperate, I have to take anything anybody gives me. But I want to empower real estate agents, and I want you to know that it is within your power. You can design the total business that you want by declaring who it is you want to work with. And again, I'm not talking about protected class type stuff. I'm talking about a specific thing that you like. Like I said in the beginning, I'm a stan. I'm like obsessed with mid-century modern everything. I have people that call me and they show me pictures of furniture and they'll say, is this mid-century modern? Because they don't get it, because they know that I'm obsessed with it. So anyway, I'm going to stop chatting on about this. I'm going to put the link to my calendar below. If you happen to watch this and you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment replay below. And if you like this, I might do this every week, once a week or so. Hey Jamel, how you doing? So anyway, that is all I wanted to share with you all, because I can go on and on and on, and I don't want to go on and on forever. But thanks for hanging out with me, Brandy. I had two Brandies that were on here. So I appreciate you all, and I will see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Thank you, Shannon.